To help smallholder farmers and also drive an inclusive agricultural transformation in Kenya, it is imperative for smallholder farmers to be able to access more predictable and remunerative markets. Further, it's important for them to be able to access yield-enhancing technologies. In this regard, in Kenya, we have been implementing the comprehensive Africa Rice Initiative in Mwea, together with the Mwea Rice Growers Association. And through this particular initiative, we have been trying to help the cooperative basically expand into new markets. And in this regard, we facilitated them to be able to launch a new product into the market, which is called Komboka rice. And this is a variety that has been developed by CARI in Mwea, and it also aims to allow smallholder farmers within the Mwea ecosystem to also be able to afford pishori rice, which is more aromatic, which is more nutritious, and in that way we're also helping them improve household and community nutrition.
Mimi naitwa James Waweru Ngure na mimi ni mkulima wa mchele wa Komboka.
Jina langu ni Lisandi Wasira Kanyingi. Mimi nalima mfunga ya Komboka.
Na hiyo mchele ya Komboka nimeianza mwaka huu. Mbeleni nilikuwa nalima mchele ya Mbisuri. Kwa eka moja nilikuwa natoa ngunia 25.
Komboka eka moja natoka ngunia 50.
MLGM wanatusupport na mbegu, wanatupea fertilizer na hawakuitishi pesa cash. Ukifuna upeleke mchele, watoe mahesabu yao, ile balance la baki hiyo ndio unalipwa nayo.
CARI means Competitive African Rice Initiative. It's a program brought about by associational collaboration between AGRA, Kilimo Trust and USAID. We brought in partners, and in this case we talk of the government, the Executive Office of the President, to help us in the area of the marketing, and also we brought in the associates, the KFIs on the area of seeds. We brought in the NIA to help us on the issue of water and irrigation.
When we began with AGRA, we had initially ourselves, after we decided that rice was our area of focus, we had visited Mwea. We had heard the stories and some of the issues that came up from the stakeholders within the rice value chain. And then we approached AGRA. We said, we know that one of the areas that you work in is rice, and we just wanted to hear their experience. And I think that is how our collaboration with AGRA grew. Now, when we looked at rice, what we found the story was consumption was high and growing. As you know, this is the third highest consumed food group in Kenya, of course, and growing increasingly in urban areas. However, we found that the production did not meet the consumption. There was actually a very big gap there between the two of them. So this was a product that could also be commercial and provide good income for a majority of Kenyans. So when we looked at that, we then looked at, so what are the issues that are there? What are the issues that we had heard, from the different farmers, the different traders on the ground? And we found that there were two key areas. There was one, the fact that they felt that the market was not conducive in terms of encouraging them to grow more. So we had to also put on our thinking caps and ask ourselves, where are we going to get a good market, for the rice growers? When we asked them, why don't you have a market when you look at the consumption? They then talked about competition. They felt that the imports that were flooding the market from Tanzania, from Uganda, from Pakistan, were now drowning out the very high quality of rice that we have. When we then went further down onto the ground, we found out that very often in terms of equipment that is required to get a good yield in should I say, an affordable way was missing. And when you looked at the structure of how rice was grown, especially in Mwea, you found that the most successful rice growing was around cooperatives. So what we did is that we thought, which cooperatives or which groups can we actually encourage? And that is when we got into a partnership with Mwea Multipurpose Cooperative. The president, who visited that particular area after receiving our report with the minister, they were able to actually find a market within Kenya for the traders. And as you know, he gave a proclamation that Kenya National Trading Corporation should buy all the rice from Mwea and indeed from other rice growing areas. And he created a market within schools, within the military, within hospitals, for this kind of rice. That immediately had a huge impact on a lot of the farmers. One, it gave them confidence that now they know the price and where they were going to actually sell their rice, and it encouraged them to increase the production. So what we were able to do in the particular case of Mwea Cooperative was we were able to link them together with a financier who helped them in terms of upgrading their systems.
In that collaboration and partnership, MRGM as a society, we acquired pre-basic Komboka seed from CARI Mwea. That pre-basic seed of Komboka we had to multiply. So last year, we produced close to 1,000 bags of Komboka seed with 4 acres, 1 farmer in every section. The same seed from pre-basic, we produced basic seed. The basic seed is the one now that we have issued to farmers that we are expecting not less than 20,000 bags of Komboka variety within this crop season.
The consortium itself has managed to help the MRGM using the funds provided to mobilize and register farmers that would actually produce rice and get aggregated at this farm level and milled at MRGM mills.
Soko na pelekwa kwa society inauza bei mzuri.
Sai MRGM wanatununulia vizuri na bei ya 85 per kg. Komboka nayo wananunua bei ya 60.
So there are several methods that we have employed in the program to enable us actually implement this program. One, the capacity strengthening of the farmers and the value chain actors. There are several trainings that have been done on the good agricultural practices, the trainings done on PHH, that is harvest and post-harvest handling. Also, the linkages were created in terms of access to finance, whereby these agribusiness actors are enabled to get affordable credit from financial institutions. In this case, we talk of the Lineage Circle, which is also a partner here. We talk of Cooperative Bank, which has already been brought on board. MRGM, as the lead farm, has managed to actually get credit from the Cooperative Bank to buy tractors and also lorries for transportation. And in this case, they have actually used the same to offer services to their farmers through land preparation and also harvesting and transportation. Through the local agrovet, the local agrovet, they were convinced and they were trained on how they can do bulk procurement of the farm inputs. In this case, we talk of the seeds, fertilizer and pesticides. Whenever they are brought into this agrovet, farmers would actually queue in and purchase them or just get them in such a way that they buy in bulk and reduce the cost of operations.
For the last 3 years, before we had the Kilimo Trust, what was there was around 600 million. The second year, we had 800 million. Now we are working with 1 billion plus. So through this partnership, we have really benefited, and also the community in Mwea and Kenya at large is going to benefit on this partnership.
Mimi nasaidiwa ni kujenga nyumba, hata mimi nanunua kikarakita.
Sai nakaa nyumba mzuri, ile nimelima, ile nimejenga na pesa ya Komboka.